Most women over 60 are wearing at least one thing right now that is quietly working against everything they are trying to achieve with their appearance. Not something dramatic. Not something obviously wrong. Something that feels completely normal. Something that has been in the rotation for years. Something that gets put on without a second thought because it has always been put on without a second thought. And that is precisely the problem. There are 5 specific things that women over 60 should never wear. Not because fashion said so, not because of anyone's age, but because of what these 5 things actually do to the face, the body, and the overall impression of the woman wearing them. They add weight where none is wanted. They drain warmth from the complexion. They signal something about the woman wearing them that she would never consciously choose to signal. And number 4 on this list is the one that is going to genuinely stop most of you. Because it is not what you expect. It is something that feels like the most reasonable, practical, considerate choice a woman over 60 can make when she is getting dressed. And it is one of the most consistently aging things in the entire wardrobe of women over 60. Almost every woman does it. Almost no one has been told why they should stop. Stay for all 5. And the alternatives. Because every single thing on this list has something better waiting to replace it. Welcome back, beautiful. So glad you are here. And if you are brand new, welcome to Ageless Glow, where women over 60 get the honest, practical style guidance they actually deserve. Hit subscribe and let us get into these 5 things right now. Tap subscribe and the bell right now. New videos every week made specifically for you. Now let us go. Here is the honest framework for today. Every item on this list was chosen not for aesthetic opinion but for a specific functional reason, because of what it does to the visual impression of the woman wearing it after 60. Not because it is ugly, not because it does not have value, but because at this specific stage of life with a mature face and a mature body it creates an effect that consistently works against rather than for the woman wearing it. 5 things. All fixable. All replaceable with something that works better. Let us begin. Concept 1. Foundation that is too dark or wrong undertone. The first thing might surprise you because it is not clothing. It is makeup. Specifically foundation in the wrong shade. Either too dark or with the wrong undertone for mature skin. Foundation mistakes age a woman over 60 more powerfully and more immediately than almost any wardrobe decision because the face is what every person looks at first and longest. And foundation that is even slightly too dark creates a specific and very recognizable effect on a mature face. It creates a line at the jaw. A visible demarcation between the face and the neck that immediately signals that the color is artificial. That it does not belong. Beyond the demarcation line, the wrong foundation on mature skin has a second aging effect. Mature skin is naturally lighter, more luminous and softer than younger skin. A foundation that is too dark suppresses all of this. It covers the natural luminosity that is actually one of the most beautiful qualities of mature skin, and replaces it with an artificial heaviness that makes the face look flatter and older, rather than warmer and more alive. The alternative. Choose a foundation that matches the natural undertone of your skin. Warm if your skin runs golden or peachy. Neutral if it runs balanced. Cool if it runs pink. And always go one shade lighter rather than one shade darker if you are between shades. The lighter shade lifts. The darker shade suppresses. And at 60 and beyond, lifting is always the right direction. Concept 2. Very sheer or thin fabric worn near the face. Thing number 2 is about fabric and specifically the very thin, very sheer, unlined fabrics that are worn near the face and at the neckline. Very sheer fabric near the face does something subtle but consistently aging. It allows the skin and the body beneath it to show through in a way that creates an unflattering semi-transparency. On a mature body, thin sheer fabric without lining clings to areas where you want it to skim. It becomes transparent in strong light, revealing exactly what was meant to be gently covered. And the combination of visibility and semi-transparency creates a quality that reads as both underdressed and ill-considered simultaneously. Additionally, very thin fabric near the face tends to lack the structure and weight to hold its shape throughout the day. It wilts. It wrinkles. And fabric that has wilted and wrinkled by midday communicates a lack of care that registers immediately on even the most cursory visual assessment. The alternative. Choose fabrics near the face and body that have enough weight to hold their shape and drape beautifully throughout the day. A fluid crepe. A lined blouse. A quality cotton that has body to it. These fabrics skim rather than reveal. They hold rather than wilt. and they create the elegant quality that makes an outfit look genuinely considered rather than simply worn. Concept 3. The too tight waistband that creates visible pressure. Thing number 3 is about fit, and specifically the waistband that is too tight, the trouser, the skirt, the jeans that create a visible pressure line at the waist that shows through the top worn over it. This is one of those things that most women do not notice until someone else points it out. You feel the slight discomfort. You adjust throughout the day. But in the mirror from the front everything looks fine. Until you see a photograph. Or until you notice the way fabric is behaving just above the waistband of the garment that is slightly too small. A tight waistband creates a visible horizontal ridge around the midsection that draws the eye to exactly the area most women want the eye to skip past. It creates the appearance of a significant size difference between the hip and the waist that reads as poorly fitting clothing. And poorly fitting clothing is one of the clearest signals of a woman who is wearing clothes for the body she used to have rather than dressing intentionally for the body she has today. The alternative is simple and requires no shopping. Go up one size in the bottom half. Or choose trousers and skirts with a slight stretch in the fabric that accommodates the body without creating pressure. The difference in how the outfit looks and how the woman wearing it feels is immediate and significant. Concept 4. The long shapeless top worn over everything. Here it is. Thing number 4. The one I told you about at the beginning. The long shapeless top. The blouse or tunic that falls from the shoulder in a straight line and covers everything from the waist to the mid-thigh without creating any definition, any waist, any shape of any kind. This is the thing that most women over 60 reach for specifically because it feels considerate. Because it is comfortable. Because it covers the areas that have changed and the areas that feel self-conscious. It feels like kindness to the body. Like the safe and sensible way to dress after 60. But here is the truth that nobody is saying clearly enough. A long shapeless top does not make the body look smaller. It makes it look significantly larger. Because when the eye cannot see the actual body underneath the fabric, it fills the space inside that fabric with imagined volume. The silhouette reads as the size of the clothing rather than the size of the body. And the clothing is always larger than the body inside it. The specific mechanism is this. The long shapeless top removes the waist from the visual equation entirely. And without a visible waist, the silhouette reads from shoulder to mid-thigh as one large rectangular form. This rectangle reads as heavy, as wide, as significantly more volume than the woman underneath actually possesses. The alternative is a blouse that schemes rather than hides. A top that follows the body's general line at a comfortable distance without creating the tent effect. Or a longer top worn with a simple belt at the natural waist that creates the definition without restricting the comfort. One visible waist changes the entire visual equation of the outfit from a rectangle to a defined and elegant silhouette. For things down and one more to go. If this video is honest enough to be useful, please hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps reach more women who need to hear exactly this. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 4 you recognized in yourself. I read every single comment. And share this with a friend who you know deserves this kind of honest, direct style guidance. Now let us finish with number 5. This one is specifically about color. Concept 5. The completely monochrome gray or beige wardrobe. Thing number 5 is the wardrobe that has entirely surrendered to gray and beige. Not as accent tones or neutral bases, but as the complete and total color story of every single outfit every single day. Most women over 60 who are living in an all-gray, all-beige wardrobe did not plan to end up there. It happened gradually, one safe piece at a time, until the entire wardrobe spoke in one flat, muted, and almost apologetically quiet voice. And the face reflects it. Gray and beige worn exclusively near the face have the same effect on the mature complexion that overcast sky has on a landscape. Everything becomes flat. The natural variation and warmth in the skin disappears. The eyes look less defined. The features look softer in a way that reads not as gentle but as tired. Color near the face, not necessarily bold or bright but warm and rich, does something no neutral can replicate. It reflects warmth upward onto the complexion. It creates a luminosity that makes the skin look alive and the eyes look engaged. It makes the woman wearing it look like she is living in color rather than fading into the background of her own life. The alternative is not to abandon neutrals entirely. Neutrals are practical and versatile and beautiful in their own right. It is to ensure that one warm and rich element, a blouse, a scarf, a cardigan, Creates color near the face in every outfit. Deep teal. Rich burgundy. Warm coral. Soft plum. Forest green. Any of these near the face transforms the entire impression of the look from muted and invisible to warm and present. You are not too old for color. You are exactly the right age for it. 5 things. All quietly aging. All completely fixable starting today. Foundation that is too dark or the wrong undertone replaced by a shade that lifts and harmonizes with mature skin. Sheer thin fabric replaced by fabric with weight, structure, and beautiful drape. The tight waistband replaced by one size up or a stretch blend that fits without pressure. The long shapeless top replaced by something that schemes and defines. And the all-gray, all-beige wardrobe replaced by one warm, rich color near the face that makes everything around it come alive. None of these changes require a significant budget. All of them require only the awareness that you now have. Subscribe to Ageless Glow if you have not already. Comment below and tell me which of these 5 you are changing first. Share this with a friend whose style you know deserves a gentle nudge in the right direction. And hit that like button before you go. Until next time, the best version of how you look is not far away. It is one small honest change away.